today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with their opponents. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins.
Jake Elliott.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now Dak Prescott leading the way onto the field. His 5th year now as a starter as he gets the keys again to this Dallas Cowboys offense.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
Jake Elliott.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's good.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 10 carries, 64 yards.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight. So the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
48-yard line.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he stopped immediately there.
Carrier. Fletcher Cox on the tackle. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Prescott from the gun. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagle 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From the red zone now, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized. One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got a great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
21-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away, maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7 and an Eagle first down.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He was brought down by Aldon Smith. A gain of 2.
Second down, here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
Hurts. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry by Elliott. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
At the 43-yard line.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here we go. 6 guys.
3rd and long for Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now this is caught. It's Cooper. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
To throw is Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and
now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Now Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Amari Cooper. Incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Zerline's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
6.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run with Scott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Minshew got an open man. It's Scott. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Sanders here as they run out of the gun.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Hurts to throw. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing is Hurts. Rolling, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So that one a long 11-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
A gain of 6 there on first.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
First down, Prescott. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he knocks it through. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture of the NFC. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Third down.
On 3rd down, it's Scott. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. This short throw caught by Goddard. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Taken down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man, Butler complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Scott. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brandon Graham has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Now he's flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. 41-28, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 20-10 was the final. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. 35-28 the final as they win by a touchdown. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Sanders, the ball carrier. DeMarcus Lawrence on the stop.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw, because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, here's Hurts. That's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Sanders. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Keeps the score Eagles 28, Cowboys 13.
Dallas offense back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Eagles' 31.
Prescott going to do it himself. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboy.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up
Prescott from the gun.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
3rd and 2.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Running with Elliott. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
The score, Eagles 28, Cowboys 16.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Scott. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9.
They go again with Scott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Hurts fumbles it.
Dak Prescott sacked.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover him.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Minshew sets to throw, and he fires one incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now look at him go. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. From the 6.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Sanders with a first down carry, but he's going to be stopped up behind the line. A loss of a couple there.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
27-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the carry, this is Scott. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Eagle ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11. steps away to his left. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here now the offense heading back out there. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. A first down throw for Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. Able to hit his target, Lamb.
Prescott.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Eagles.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Prescott looks to throw on first. His throw incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Cowboys on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. This is Elliott, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
4th down, Prescott. And Wilson has it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Looking to throw, Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Eagles on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a fourth-quarter lead. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
At their own 29 yards.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And his throw is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. Fighting through. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Prescott now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Prescott from the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Eagles.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Wide open. Amari Cooper. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18.
1st and 10.
And that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. A field goal does them no good. They need a touchdown.
And right now, in his mind, in his memory bank, he's drawing on times that he's done this before. Not necessarily in the NFL. College, high school, pee-wee ball, wherever. Anything positive that he remembers about taking a team downfield with a chance to win, he's going to draw on that for this drive.
I'm sure that these guys live for these moments. Here we go.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Hey, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
But first down, Hurts. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll look to throw. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A gain of 6 there on first. And Minshew going to get him to the line quickly. That's complete to Butler. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Brandon, it's okay.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Pollard. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by a field goal, a little over 50 seconds remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Darius Slay on the coverage.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Prescott. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. He's back to throw.
Well, so far in this drive,
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis.